All right, so here is a surface area problem here. It says Nikki is frosting a circular cake. The cake has 3 layers, each with a diameter of 9 inches and a height of 2 inches. She puts frosting on the top face of each layer and around the cake. There is no frosting on the bottom of the cake. So our goal here is to find, eventually we're going to find how much frosting she's going to need to frost this whole cake, which is going to be the surface area. So, first thing I want to do here is I want to visualize this a little bit. So I'm going to actually draw a picture here. So let me get a few circles, on the board here, and I will just do my best to construct a picture of this. So I'm going to copy that. So we're told that there are 3 layers. So this first circle will be the bottom of the cake. And so there's 2 layers, and there is our 3rd layer. So here is an idea of what the cake might look like, and then I'll draw the sides here as well. And so we are going to be frosting the top of each layer, but we're not going to be frosting the bottom of each layer. So we're going to frost 3 out of these 4 circles, right? Because we're not going to frost this bottom part here. We need to come up, first thing we need to do is write an equation that can be used to find the surface area of the cake to be frosted. So I'm going to represent the surface area of the cake to be frosted with F, F for frosting, and I need to figure out what sort of equation I can use for that. Well, I know that I need to frost the area of 3 of these circles. So my area formula is probably going to be part of this. So the formula for area of a circle is pi r squared, where r is the radius here. Now we are not given the radius, we're given the diameter, but the radius is just half of the diameter, so the radius in this case is 4.5 inches, which is half of 9. So I know that this area formula is going to come into play here. And I know that I need to frost 3 circles with that area. So I'm going to write 3 pi r squared. So that's going to be the portion of the formula that gets me the surface area of these 3 circles. So that gets me the top of each layer. Now I need to find the surface area of the sides of the cake, which is also called the lateral area. So the lateral area, as we remember, is the perimeter of the base times the height. Perimeter of the base times the height. And we're working with a circle here, so the perimeter is actually the circumference. So I'm going to say circumference times the height. And so we remember that the circumference is either 2 pi r or pi times the diameter. And so either one of these formulas will work. We're already using radius here, so I'll go ahead and just use this one. So my lateral area is going to be 2 pi r times the height. And so I'll add that to my formula over here. Plus 2 pi r times the height. And so this formula right here is going to get me what I'm looking for, the total surface area to be frosted on this cake. And so now we just have to substitute in what we know, to be true about this cake, and do our calculations. So we know that our diameter here is 9 inches, which makes our radius 4.5 inches. And we also know that the height of each layer, is 2 inches. 2 inches. So this portion right here is 2 inches. So the total height of the cake would be that times 3. So my total height, actually I'll leave that in there. I'll leave this here just so we have all the information. Our total height would be 6 inches. And so now I have everything I need here. So my total surface area to be frosted is going to be 3 pi times 4.5 squared plus 2 pi times 4.5 times 6. And so then from here, this is just a simple calculation. I can just punch all this into my calculator and get my answer. So I'll substitute 3.14 for pi. So this will be 3 times 3.14 times 4.5 squared plus 2 pi times 4.5 times 6. And so the area of my circular bases comes out to be 190.755 square inches, and my lateral area comes out to be 169.56. And then all we have to do from here is simply add those together. 190.755 plus 169.56 gets me 360.315. 360.315, and this is in square inches because we're measuring area. So our total surface area to be frosted is 360.315. And it says round to the nearest tenth, so I can actually write 360.3 square inches.